3-speed holster. It's called the 3-speed because it's 3 holsters in one. Actually, it's 4 holsters in one. There's a secret 4th one. We'll talk about that later. This weird thing up here, this serves several purposes. For one, it keeps the gun off your body, which adds to comfort. And by the way, I'm going to have to do a whole separate video on the comfort of this thing. This is the most comfortable holster I've ever had on my body. I think I can convey that in video. You'll get it. But 3 holsters in one. It's a deep concealment inside the waistband. It's sort of a midsection holster. And that midsection is great if you have a job maybe where you're getting in and out of your car all day. Or you're sitting at a desk 10, 12, 14 hours a day. It's a great place to carry it. But the magic of this thing isn't the fact that it's 3 holsters. It's the way that it transitions from holster to holster to holster and back, fluidly and covertly. You can do it in front of all kinds of people. Nobody will know what's going on. So let's get right into this. Right now I have it in the deep concealment position. As you can see, it's hidden as well as any good deep concealment holster. And just like any good deep concealment holster, you have full mobility. You can pretty much do anything: bending, stooping, touch your toes, whatever, run. Okay? The difference is the draw. You can do the standard way that they show you for deep concealment. Put your thumb in your pants, pull your pants out, jam your hand down in there, grab it and go. That works great with this holster. But you have other options here. For one, you don't need that other hand. You could do it one-handed. All you have to do is find this back plate. Let me switch subjects real quick. This back plate, there's a special piece of material sandwiched in between these 2 pieces of material. And what happens is when your hand hits this back plate, it begins to cone. And the deeper you go, the more it cones. And what that cone does is a couple of different things. For one is, it guides your thumb down to the perfect position on that gun, so that when you pull it out, you don't have to readjust the fingers or anything. It comes out perfect, standard way of holding your gun. Another thing this cone does, if you notice, as it cones out, it releases the retention on the gun. And when you pull that gun out, it comes out like butter. Very easy. In a high-stress situation, that's what I want. I want my hand right on the perfect place of that gun, and I want that gun to come out as easy as possible. This holster, that's what you get. And if that were it alone, that would make this holster worth getting. But there's so much more. So let's get into this. I have it in deep concealment, like I said. You can do the standard draw, pull your pants out, jam your hand in. Here's some of the other options. One-handed. Just get your hand on that back plate, follow it down, and the holster pretty much does the rest. As you see, I have a perfect grasp on that gun. There's no readjusting of the fingers. God forbid I never pull it out like that. That would be terrible. And by the way, this gun has been safety checked. As I always do, cameras or not. Let's be safe. Reholstering. Have you ever seen a deep concealment holster that reholsters that easy? And I actually had a little trouble there. Usually goes in way easier than that. But even that, I mean, come on. It's in there. It's deep in there where it's supposed to be, safe. So the draw on deep concealment. There's actually another way to draw this, which I think is one of the coolest ways. So let's say you're in a situation, you're feeling a little nervous, feeling like maybe I might have to use my gun. There's a way you can set this up when it's in deep concealment. You can take it up to inside the waistband in an instant. This is how you do it. Simply put your hand in your pocket, and that's it. I just did it. I took it from deep concealment to inside the waistband. There it is, ready for me to use when I want. Draw it and go. Okay, pretty cool, huh? Let me show you how I did that. Get it down deep in there, full mobility. And lift the shirt up so you can see what I'm doing. Basically, I put my hand in my pocket, and there's a hole at the bottom of the holster. The barrel comes out, just enough so that you can hit it with your finger. So, put my hand in my pocket, hit it with my finger, there it is, ready to go. Reholstering, it's in. Okay, let's go to the next one. Inside the waistband. I'm going to take this up to a more permanent position of inside the waistband from deep concealment. I'm going to do it covertly in front of lots of people. And this is what I do. I'll unloosen my belt, just take it down a notch. And this holster will actually hold your pants up. Kind of neat. So what I'm doing is I'm going to stick my thumbs in my pants. This holster wraps around me like this. I'm going to put my thumb behind this tab on the holster, because this is where most of the retention is on your body. Behind both tabs, actually. Then I'm going to grab my pants with the other one, and I'm going to pull it up. And this is what it looks like to everyone else. Once I do that, I wiggle my pants down, make sure they're straight and pretty, and that's it. I just took it from deep concealment to inside the waistband. And if you blinked, you would have missed it. There it is. Perfect draw every single time. Now that it's up here, you can begin to see how this thing works. And by the way, you have the same draw system on your spare mag. So when you go and grab that, your thumb sinks down deep in there and you get a full purchase on that magazine every single time. You know, no grabbing that thing out like this on the tip or whatnot. That would be terrible. Alright, so we're inside the waistband. Where I just put it, that's where it'll stay. I can walk around town. Everything's good. Let's show you the third holster. Say you're going to get in your car. You're going to take a long trip. I say long because it's in the inside the waistband position right now. And just driving around town or going to work and back or whatever, it's really no problem. But I can imagine, because the barrel is resting on my leg, after miles and miles and miles and hours, that could become irritating. There's a way to fix that. Inside the waistband to a midsection holster. Grab that tab through your shirt, a couple of wiggles, that's all it takes. That gun just came up off my leg, it's floating in midair. I still have great draw access to it, spare magazine, you get to everything. And that's the midsection holster. Or let's say you're at your desk, you want to get up and walk around, just leave it there. You can walk around, come back, sit down, whatever. Take it from midsection, let's take it from midsection all the way back down to deep concealment. Just want to show you how extremely easy this is. Say you're at work and you got to go to a meeting. Take my belt out. I can do that while I'm sitting down if I want to be slick about it. As I stand up, just like most people do when they stand up, adjusting my pants, retighten my belt, and I'm good to go. I'm deep concealment. That sucker is gone. Full access to your gun. Get it down deep. One-handed. By the way, perfect grasp every single time. And since I made this holster, when I got that cone perfected, I have not yet one time had a failure of draw, of grabbing that thing in the wrong position. Every single time. You can't help but grab that thing in the right position. It's amazing. So that's the gist of this holster. The transitions. We'll talk more about the comfort in the next video. We'll talk about that secret fourth holster. There's inside the waistband. And whatever else I think of. There's a lot to talk about with this thing. So tune in.